Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of my videos from my public Grand Prix at Combe karting circuit last Saturday. And recap from the first video, we had 2 second places in heat 1 and 2, and yeah, this video is going to be heats 3 and 4. I'm going to see how I get on in my last 2 heats, see if I can qualify for that grand final straight away. By this point, we're getting used to the track a bit, getting a bit better lines, a bit better braking zones, things like that. We'll see if I can go any faster than my first 2 sessions, but there was a lot of racing in these ones, so not much chance for just getting your head down and doing a fast lap. But yeah, check out the first video if you haven't already. I'll put a card in the top corner. If you give that a click and give that one a view, that would be great. Thank you very much. So here we are, heading out onto track for heat number 3. This one was our pole position start, so we're starting from the front of the grid, and yeah, just hoping we can keep ahead of everybody. 5 laps, just get our heads down, go as fast as we can. Alright, so we're in place, wait for that light, waiting, lights out, and away we go. And nope, we've lost out. Bad reaction, and this guy's got in front of us. He's cut us over quite nicely there. We go over the drain of doom and lose quite a bit of speed up the hill, so that was a bad choice of line coming up there. So now we're just gonna start looking for where we can overtake. He's sliding a bit in some of the corners, so we're thinking an opportunity might come up at some point. Look up the inside, no, not enough drive up there. Cut back, we're going to have him into the hairpin? No, same as the start. He's driving a nice line, just cutting off our line, and I overshoot the hairpin there, so probably not much chance coming up top of the hill here, because he's going to get a better drive than me up there. And so yeah, we're going to come round the top corner again, just focus, sliding again. Wasn't getting that top corner very good in this race, it seems. Nice line through here though, we catch up a little bit. Even better line through that second part of the chicane there, and we're right on the back of him again. He's taking a very defensive line inside. We've missed our apex, so but we do start to catch up. We got better drive even though we missed the apex, so we're going to have a chance up the inside of the top corner. No, we dropped off again as we came up the hill, unfortunately, but we took it a lot nicer than him that time, so we've caught up a bit around the chicane where we were doing right. No, bad entry. Catching up in the second part. I think maybe he was lifting or braking in through the middle of that section there. Right, hairpin cut back on. No, we nearly had it, but we just clipped his back wheel, which gave him a little bit of a push up the hill and cost us a little bit of momentum. So let's see. He goes defensive into the top corner again, and we catch him right back up. We can have a look, see if we can just dive around the inside. Oh, and again, just as this move starts to look on, front corner of my car clips the rear of his car and we lose out. Great drive through that corner this time. Oh no, he's cut us off again, and we drove over that the drain of doom a second time in this race, and maybe shouldn't have been aiming for that drain so much. Oh, but he slid around his top corner, right on him now. We're going to have a chance. I think this is the last lap, so we're looking. He makes a mistake, we're going to dive it up the inside, and we're past, are we? No, just tried to turn in a little bit too early. Disappointed with that. Now on the day in the kart here, I was focusing so much ahead, I actually couldn't see him in my peripheral vision. It seems the GoPro has better peripheral vision than I do, and I thought I was much further past, so I thought that he'd clipped my back tyre, and that was a bit unfair. So I'm just going to stop and have a chat with the marshal here and just, yeah, you can see I'm not very happy, but after the race I had a word with Lee, and he said nah, all was fair, and from outside it looked like good racing, and actually watching it back it was just some good hard fair racing, and the heat of the moment got the better of me. I pulled a Sebastian Vettel moment about Esteban Ocon there, I think, whinging about nothing. But yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have just left a bit more space, washed out wide, but kept my momentum, and I'd have probably had him over the line, because I was, a little bit of a kart length ahead. But a great race, another second, which I was actually kind of disappointed with after being on pole.
Yeah. And I just got round my guy. Is he gonna go for it? Yeah. See, that's how you do what I tried to do. Yeah. Right, I need a banana or something. I'm starving. Oh, shit.
Right, so those last two little clips there were a couple of quotes of the day. Don't forget your numbers, being the one that was shouted at me after every single one of my heats, I believe, as the numbers were magnetic and we were supposed to take them with us after each heat, and I forgot every time. And then yeah, a bit of a lunch break, needing a banana, just a bit of energy, get me back on track. My fastest lap in that heat 3 there was a 27.24, so that's way slower than anything in my first two heats, but as you probably guessed, because we were battling the whole race. Right, heat 4, this is our last heat before the finals, and we are starting 4th on the grid for this one, so we're right at the back of the grid. Okay guys, so we're heading to the grid for heat 4, our last heat, and this is our worst grid start of the day, starting 4th. And yeah, kind of just wondering, the guy in 3rd is one place ahead of us in the standings before this, so I'm currently 8th, he's currently 7th, obviously with a few heats to go other than ours. And yeah, we're just going to see, we're going to point right just in case the guy in 2nd gets a bad start and we can nip round him. There we go, lights out. In actual fact, 1st gets a really bad start, the guy in 3rd tries to go around him, and they come together on the hairpin, and I managed to stick it round the outside. Luckily the guy that started pole gives me space, and we are up into 2nd through the little chicane there. Now, let's see if we can chase down. We've had the situation a few times today trying to chase him down. Oh, he slid right out. So this guy seems to be hitting the brakes a bit hard each time and sliding a lot. As you can see, he broke quite heavily into that corner there. Okay, so round onto the 2nd lap, we nudge him there, and he's going to hit the brakes super hard. It's so hard that he ends up with smoke coming out of his tyres. We slide and glance him, but he managed to stay ahead because the back end of our car flipping around. He's broke into the chicane there, which should be flat out, and then here he's just not paying attention and he's just pushed into the wall. Not happy about that, obviously. I do like a good whinge, and yeah, so we're pretty confident at this point we're going to overtake him at some point. It's just a case of when and how. We're clearly much faster, and then what's he going to do into this hairpin? He's going to slam it, he's going to stop right, and then oh, that one hurt. That hurt a lot. Yeah, I mean, after hitting him the first time, the second time I was kind of I thought there was a bit more space, and I didn't slam on the brakes quite as hard as I did the first time. Unfortunately, he kind of just ended up right on the racing line, and yeah, we've hit him full pelt. But now we're ahead. Not been flagged for anything, so hopefully the marshals see that was just a kind of bit of a awkward one to avoid. And as you see, he's up ahead of us here. Obviously, got spun rain from that hit. So yeah, so we're just going to get our heads down. Not sure how far behind the guys are that were in 2nd. Oh, actually, we can see them on the other side of the track there. So we've got a big gap here. So actually, we can relax now. We're in the lead. And hopefully we're going to get through this hairpin safely. Yeah, Marshall gives him the blue flag and he gets out of the way for us. And yeah, we're just going to carry on, try and focus on some lines. A couple of practice laps ready for the finals. Try and get this corner right. Not sliding into it. Still don't want to be doing that come the final. And yeah, feeling pretty good through this section downhill. Getting those lines pretty nice. And there we are, checkered flag, and that is a heat win. So that felt good. Well, it didn't feel good physically, it hurt quite a bit, but I was happy to take a heat win. Put me with a heat win and 3 seconds overall, and yeah, hoping that'll put us in the final. The fastest lap in that one was a 26.99, so again, still not very quick, unfortunately. Yeah, didn't get any fast lap times in those last 2 heats, but we had a lot of good racing, a lot of fun, a bit of pain, and yeah, we're just going to get back and see where we finished up.
Hey?
Sounded like a lot of bumping going on.
Yeah, oh yeah, he pushed me into the wall up there, so I had a whinge about that. I love whinging, mate. Sorry, man, was it you I hit on the apex? Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay guys, so just a recap then. So overall we had 3 second places and a heat win. We had lots of great battles in those third and fourth race, and those results left us in 6th overall, which means we got straight into the grand final, because the top 6 qualified straight for that, as I said right at the start of the first video. So yeah, we're going to end the video here. A few little funny off the track quotes from the day. Don't forget your numbers being the main one. And yeah, we're going to see how we get on in the grand final. Some very fast drivers at the front of the grid, and yeah, looking forward to it. So thank you very much for watching today, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, all those usual things, and check out Castle Combe Karting on Facebook and get down to one of their events, because they ran an amazing day, and the track was great fun and all the marshals were fantastic. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and see you guys later.